Less than 1% of people in the world have run a marathon in their life. And although there really is never a need to run 42 kilometers or 26 miles, I think people do it for the sense of accomplishment, as well as the various physical and mental benefits. Earlier this year, I would have never considered myself a runner. However, I set myself a challenge to run 5 kilometers every day for 30 days. I ended up really enjoying the process, and so I started considering completing the Sydney Marathon later in the year. When I finally came around, I was left with 3 months to train and prepare. That's the Sydney Marathon officially locked in.
Currently, I've been using Strava on my phone to record my runs, but I think it's a bit limited in terms of data accuracy and recording. So I've recently purchased a Garmin Forerunner 245, which I think will help with monitoring pace and heart rate.
It's recommended to have a pair of training shoes separate to your race day shoes. So I bought a couple new pairs of shoes to replace my current old joggers. I purchased a new pair of Nike Pegasuses, which I've used for everyday training. And I also bought new Nike Vaporflies, which are significantly lighter and faster for race day.
You can feel like flying when you are running on it. If you get this one, get out of your door, run, and this is the only way to enjoy life.
Although I knew I wanted to complete the marathon, I quickly came to the realization that without a proper training schedule and mileage, there was a high likelihood I could get injured or not finish the race at all. So with very little knowledge of running, I came across Runner, which is an app developed to create personalized training plans for your running goals. There are multiple plans you can choose from. For beginners, you can go from couch to 5K, and for the more advanced runners, you can train for ultra marathons or even triathlons. I selected the 12-week fast track marathon plan and customized the plan so I'd be running 4 days a week. It's really cool because the app adapts your plan and workouts based on the data that you input. The training plan each week consisted of a tempo run, which helps you run faster for longer, intervals, which helps improve your speed, a long run, which can help build your endurance and running efficiency, and an easy run for recovery. What I found really great with the Runner app was that the workouts sync directly with my Garmin, so any timed, distance, or speed running was automatically calculated and loaded in. I think that workouts often push me harder than I would have pushed myself, especially during the tempos and interval runs, which was something I'd never done before.
Speed increase. That was one of the hardest sessions for sure, but broke my 5K BB, which is pretty good. Oh, that was painful. Nice view.
After each workout, the runs would automatically upload into Strava and also update in the Runner app.
6K tempo, one of the hardest ones yet. Sweating like a pig. Sauna weather.
Runner has a really clean UX UI, and it was really good to be able to analyze my runs after and to see all the data visualized. Another really cool aspect of the Runner app were the session notes, which help clarify the purpose of each run. There are also links to multiple blogs and articles, which gave a lot of insights, tips, and tricks. I believe all the information is curated by a team of professional running coaches, and they also provide additional support if you need any, which is really cool as well. Runner was really good as I didn't have to worry about figuring out which workouts to do day to day,
Intervals today.
and which weeks will be my peak, deload, and tapering weeks.
Progressive tempos today.
By far, the most beneficial aspect of using an app like Runner was for the discipline. It's cold, it's wet, it's raining. I'm still really sore from my run the other day, but I'm behind schedule, so have to get this one done. Even if I didn't feel like running or I had a bad night's sleep, I felt like I had to complete all 4 sessions within the week.
Session on the bay, pretty nice. Pyramid intervals tonight.
My 20-kilometer long. This is by far the longest distance I've ever run.
Sunday long, 18Ks.
Luckily, if I missed a run, I could save the workout or rearrange the week and resync it with my Garmin. If you need help with discipline or a specific running plan, I highly recommend trying out Runner. It's honestly a really well-developed app, and I really enjoyed using it to train. During the training process, I set several new PBs, and whilst that gave me a newfound sense of confidence, I was quickly humbled by the long runs. I think I can pretty confidently say that on my first 30-kilometer long run, I hit the wall, also known as bonking.
Today is my 30-kilometer long run. This is gonna be the longest run that I've ever done. Let's see how we go.
Now you may ask, what is bonking? You bonk or hit the wall when your body's glycogen stores are depleted, and this is often characterized by negative thoughts, cramping, and nausea. Bonking is bad. This is what bonking looks like.
That was probably one of the hardest runs I've ever done. I'm so scared for the marathon now. Gosh.
From then on, I knew I needed to take my nutrition during the race more seriously. It's important to be intaking calories and sodium so you don't hit the wall too intensely. I've decided to take energy gels. This is the first time I tried the gels. I squeezed the whole packet in and it almost came right back out.
That's sickening. Oh, that is so sweet. My God.
I found that I need to be close to water when taking these gels, and for me personally, sipping on them slowly made them a lot more tolerable. It's recommended to take a gel every 30 to 40 minutes, so for me, that's around every 5 to 6 kilometers. More recently, I purchased a belt to hold these gels for the marathon. Another tip which I think will help is to drink water before you feel thirsty, because by then you're already dehydrated. Building on this, I think it's important to study the course, be aware of the water stations, and also the elevation at each stage of the race. For my longest run during my peak week,
32K long run today. Should be good.
I ran 60% of this intended course and familiarized myself with the distance. I was a lot more prepared for this run and took 6 gels with me this time. And although still exhausted, I did feel better than any of my previous long runs. Something that I could definitely improve over the past months would be my sleep and nutrition. I definitely had one too many Big Macs during the training process. So if I run slow, I'll be blaming it on that.
Exactly 1 week to the Mara. Nervous.
Now, I know it's not recommended to set a time goal, as finishing a marathon is a huge achievement in itself, but I do want to aim for a sub-4 marathon. Although it started off painfully with a few blisters from the increased load on my feet and body, I've really enjoyed learning about the nuances of marathon running, staying disciplined, and running with my friends.
This is my last run before the marathon. Hopefully by now there should be another video up there. So please go and check out my experience. Hopefully it all went well. It's all just fun, so as long as I cross the finish line, knowing that I gave it my all, I think I'll be quite happy. Let's see how we go. Oh, legs are absolutely demolished. It's gonna be tough,